Hi, I'm Jim Taylor. Welcome to the 13th video in this In Favor teaching series, Your Words Are Powerful. This is what God says about what you say. And in this section of the series, we're looking at how Jesus used his own words in powerful ways and what we can learn from that. So you'll need to download the handout for this video. It's video number 13. It's entitled Jesus Speaks to Demons. And we're looking at an episode at the beginning of Mark's Gospel, and it's printed out there on your handout. Chapter 1, verse 21. Now this is right after Jesus called Peter and Andrew and James and John to follow him as his disciples. It says they went to Capernaum, and when the Sabbath came, Jesus went into the synagogue and began to teach. The people were amazed at his teaching because he taught them as one who had authority, not as the teachers of the law did. So the people, they sensed this, they gathered this as they listened to him speak, but they're about to see a very vivid demonstration with their own eyes of this authority. Verse 23, just then a man in their synagogue who was possessed by an evil spirit cried out, "What do you want with us?" Notice the plural there. Us, me, and this human. What do you want with us, Jesus of Nazareth? You see, the demon knows exactly who Jesus is, calling him by name and by his hometown. Have you come to destroy us? The demon asked. He knows exactly why Jesus is there. Now, in fact, John, who was just called by Jesus to follow him and is now witnessing this confrontation very early on. And years later, he's going to write in one of his letters these words, "The reason the Son of God appeared was to destroy the devil's work." John remembered this situation. So the unclean spirit continues, "I know who you are. You're the Holy One of God," recognizing Jesus' uniqueness. But by now, Jesus has had enough. Verse 25, "Be quiet," Jesus said sternly. Literally, be muzzled. We would say today, shut up. Now, this is the same command, exactly the same command that Jesus gives to that furious storm that arose on the Sea of Galilee in Mark chapter 4. And if you look at video 10 in this series, you'll see why I think Jesus used that expression on that occasion. Jesus says, "Be quiet and come out of him." Now, in this expression, there's a verb with a preposition attached, and then the preposition is repeated. Literally, Jesus says, "Come out of him." It's emphatic that way. It means out, all the way out. Verse 26, the evil spirit shook the man violently and came out of him with a shriek. That came out of him is the exact same expression that Jesus just used. He came out of the man. Jesus said to the demon, "Come out," and the demon went out. He did exactly what Jesus said. He didn't want to leave, but he had to obey Jesus' command, his authoritative word. So verse 27, the people were all so amazed. That's the second time Mark has said that they asked each other, "What is this? A new teaching and with authority." The second time Mark has mentioned that. He even gives orders to evil spirits and they obey him. They do exactly what he tells them to do. So think about this. Jesus went to church to worship God. He was asked to speak, and his words were so powerful that people were astounded and the powers of hell were shaken. His words compelled people to listen, and his words drove an unwilling, antagonistic evil spirit to release his host and to go elsewhere. Now, what does that have to do with us as followers of Jesus Christ today? Well, as we saw in video 12b, when Jesus sent his disciples out, he commissioned them, he deployed them to 4 things: heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse the lepers, and drive out demons. And how did they respond? They went out and did all 4 of them, including driving out demons. Very quickly here. We're told in Mark 6 that Jesus gave the 12 authority over impure spirits, and they drove many out. Then in Acts 8, Philip was speaking, and with shrieks, unclean spirits came out of many. Acts 16. Paul, this time, he's speaking to the demon in the fortune teller. In the name of Jesus, I command you to come out of her. And at that moment, the spirit left her. Again, in Acts 19, just touching Paul's clothing, his handkerchiefs, his aprons, healed the sick, and evil spirits left them. These followers of Jesus actually followed Jesus in their actions. They repeated what he had done. They did what they had seen Jesus do. So remember this. Remember these 4 things here. Jesus has given us authority over all the power of the enemy. He said so. It's in the Bible. You can count on it. 2, combined with our faith and trust in him. 3, our words are powerful. And the result, number 4, the powers of darkness must obey. Your words are powerful. That's what God says about what you say. Now, the next video, number 13b, we're going to tack one onto this one too, because there are 2 additional episodes of Jesus speaking to demons and casting them out with a word. So hope you'll join me for that one.